the audience, though, raise your hand if you are connected at all to the field of trust and safety. There you go. Chanel, that sets up your question because you are involved in counsel, the trust and safety team at Zoom. So the question is, a lot of people raised their hands. Mm-hmm. But if we asked that question a few years ago, people would have said, what's trust and safety? It's a relatively new field that now is rapidly exploding, given the fact that we've realized the need for kind of human moderation and then the complexity of speech and the nuance. So I'd love to hear just quickly about your own journey, but also to this theme of youth tech and well-being. What can we do to diversify in all senses of the word with lived experiences and disciplines and backgrounds, the overall pipeline to get people in trust and safety who have a natural kind of alignment with youth?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I actually did not know about trust and safety before joining Zoom until I didn't know about it before applying to Zoom until I read the Responsible Tech Guide, actually. So you guys are actually the people that helped me get into tech, which is awesome to be sitting here on this panel. So I started in law school. I was primarily focused on civil rights and the policy-related field. So I did a bunch of internships at different civil rights organizations and some government agencies. I worked on interned on the Hill, worked for a judge and places like that. And when I left, I went on to join the California Attorney General's office. And there I worked for his legal and policy advisory team, and I worked on a ton of different issues, so criminal justice, environmental justice, healthcare, which it was right at the start of the pandemic, so that was really fun. But immigration, so a bunch of different issues, and that was a year-long fellowship. And when I left there, I went on to do criminal justice reform policy at a small nonprofit. But while I was there, I started to learn more about myself and who I wanted to be as a professional, what kind of field I wanted to map for myself. And one thing I learned was that I'm really, really motivated by finding new things that are broken and figuring out how to fix them, and just really my intellectual curiosity and continuing to learn a lot. And not that I didn't learn a lot in the criminal justice field, it's just that that's all that I had done. I never took classes in IP or anything like that. I was very focused on those things. So I wanted to expand myself and learn new things. And I started with the question of, okay, well, where can I combine my passion for civil rights, my interest in policy, and also where can I be constantly learning new things? And tech just seemed the most the option that made the most sense. So I reached out to alums and everything, and colleagues to see what their experiences were in tech, and they led me to the Responsible Tech Guide. And that was great because it allowed me to see that there were other people in the field that looked like me and had similar experiences. And I was also able to figure out what specifically is the job title that I should be searching for. So I knew that it would be something in trust and safety policy. And once I figured that out, I think literally the next day, I was just randomly searching on LinkedIn, and Zoom happened to be hiring a junior policy counsel on the trust and safety team. So it was perfect, and I applied, I interviewed, and I got it. And I've been so fortunate in my experience. I was very nervous, coming from government and nonprofit, and now I'm working at a corporation, but I enjoy it every day, and I love my colleagues. There are some really amazing and really passionate people about these issues. And to respond to your question about how can we get more youth-centered people involved, I would say that my experience is the perfect example of that. Just kind of demystifying this whole thought that tech is an exclusive club, or that you need some sort of certification, or you need need to take a course. I remember thinking before I applied, I would wait a few years before I applied so I can get more expertise or whatever that means. But yeah, no, I jumped right into it, and yeah, so I would say doing things to demystify the process. So the responsible tech guide. I think tech companies could do more to attend different conferences and job affairs to target people that are in the youth space, because there's so many amazing individuals that we can learn from, the advocates, the teachers, the researchers, and we need that experience so that, like you said, so our products can be more human and have more human hands on it. So yeah.
That's a beautiful story. I can't tell you.